let's see if we can, christen our Jen's hit list.
No one is above being forced to be on the front lines if it means dying for this cause. So brace yourselves. This language is pretty disturbing.
The greatest lie humanity tells itself is that we have outgrown human sacrifice.
So right off the bat, she's letting you know that human sacrifice is not only something that isn't taboo, it's something that is very acceptable and should be practiced. And look at the cadre of listen, you want to talk about very white people. You see, when it comes to Israel and what they claim is theirs, these people that you see here are the biggest harbingers of the state of Israel.
How does he get that yarmulke to stay on his head? Like, is it like a suction cup? But yeah, this woman is now going to be my official person on what Rachel. This was Rachel, my friend Rachel's idea, was that I should have a hit list. Except you can't make it very explicit, like that it's like something where you want to hurt people. So let me share. That's my hit list. So it's somebody that is worthy of a hit, of me needing one. And that's this bitch.
We call it by different names now and make our offering to different gods. We offer young men we call soldiers, as if the designation means that their mothers cry less when they die. We call masses of humanity collateral damage and turn our eyes away from the pictures of their lifeless bodies as we sip our morning coffee.
It's almost like she's saying it gleefully. What the fuck is that flag doing inside that synagogue?
That's common. That's common. And first of all, the fact that there's a female rabbi, it's a Reformed congregation, right? So in a Reformed congregation is where you're going to get the majority of your white Ashkenazi Zionist Jews. That's where the bulk of them will probably fall in this country, will be in a Reformed synagogue. So it makes sense.
And the truth is, we don't do it because we are heartless. We do it because we believe that it is necessary for the world to keep running.
So she wants you to go die for her cause, because if you don't, humanity will cease to exist. That's what'll happen.
Send your kids, lady.
Please.
Seriously.
Send them all. Why don't you send your mother, who's probably the woman standing right behind you? Why don't we send you? Why don't we send you?
Seriously.
You know, I have always said that the reason why Teddy Roosevelt, to me, is the greatest commander-in-chief we've ever had is because, unlike pretty much anyone else in the history of our country, with the exception of Lincoln and Washington, actually was willing to go on the front lines to die for what he believed in. If he wanted you to fight for something, he'd fight right with you. That's why he was always known as the Rough Rider. These people will never put themselves in harm's way, but you better believe that they are all too ready, willing, and able to do it to you. You must die for this cause.
I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah.
That's a hit. That's a hit list.
It's a definite hit. This is definitely somebody to be on my hit list. For sure.
We do it because we believe that the gods whose favor we so desperately seek, freedom, security, prosperity, flourishing, that they demand blood as the price of their favor.
This is why I don't do religion, because you're a sick fuck.
But you see, this is Pirate Justin has it right. This is Talmud shit. This isn't Torah stuff. This is not stuff like a lot of the Hasidic Jews that are anti-Zionist. They don't. This is not. They find this to be a violation of the Torah, what she's saying. What? Yeah. Remember, we had Rabbi Shapiro on here.
Yes, and again, I want to know when somebody is going to spew this type of demonic rhetoric and say, but I'm going to take up arms with you and I will go too. You see, that's not happening. You see, this woman probably lives a very comfortable life, and this is what she does for fun. She decided to become a rabbi. She probably has inherited a decent amount of money, married.
You know nothing about. I love how, like, Peter will come up with an entire scenario for someone. It reminds me, like, when I was little, my mom and I would be out eating or whatever, and we would always look at people and make up entire stories for them, just other people in a restaurant. That's kind of like you. Like, you know nothing about her. You know nothing about this woman. Nothing.
I don't need to know anything about her other than she's a sick fuck. And everyone in that room is a sick fuck who doesn't walk out the second they hear it. But unfortunately, this is where the whole concept of Jew hatred is really stemming from. It's stemming from people like her. That's where it's coming from.
Hey, guys in the chat, if when an ad comes up, it helps us if you let it play. But even if you don't, throw in there what kind of ads you're seeing. I'm just curious. Yeah. Because I don't ever get ads watching us live. So that's not anything I see. So I'm curious.
Well, I run it on my phone and I just let it play. But I will say that if it's for 15 to 30 seconds.
But do you get ads? I don't get ads.
Yeah, no, if the stream is running, then I'll just let it run. But what I'm saying is, if it's 15 to 30 seconds, if you do see the ads, that helps the channel grow, because that's how revenue is generated without you, having to give. And so, David Hunter, to anybody else who's in New York City, I am sure you are familiar with this synagogue, and I have no doubt that now you're really familiar with it and exactly what they think. So you know what I would do? You know what I would do, Jen, if I was in New York City? This is the synagogue that I would go and protest in front of. You want to draw attention to it?
Yeah.
You want to stand out there with the Palestinian flag? This is where you do it.
Where is this in New York?
It's in Manhattan.
Oh, it's in Manhattan. Okay.
So what I would suggest to anybody that wants to go and protest it, and they'll have, oh, you're anti-Semitic and you're this, that, and the other thing. And you know what I would say? I would say this: show them a clip from Revolutionary Change of what this fucking woman said. That's it.
Well, I don't mind being called. Yeah, but calling people anti-Semitic now, I just don't think it's really working anymore.
I agree.
I would also say to her, no, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm anti-you. I'm anti-white Ashkenazi Zio or any Zio. That's what I'm anti. And by the way, most of them aren't even Semites.
No, look at them.
I know there's nothing Semitic about you, lady.
Yeah. Look, like I said, she can't live in Israel because the Sun don't like her very much. Could get away with it in New York, but not there.
Sophie is asking, is reform the same thing as revisionist Zionism? I am not completely certain what revisionist Zionism is, but I think the answer is completely no. Reform is, there are several, like I would say, mainstream sects of Judaism amongst Ashkenazi Jews. So amongst your New York Jews, your East Coast Jews, your North Miami Beach Jews, right? The white people. And you'll have those that are Orthodox, and then you'll have conservative, reform, and then there's also like Reconstructionist, and it's like that. But they are completely unrelated to the concept in theory of Zionism, other than Zionism has permeated many of those groups. But the ideology is completely unrelated. They're unrelated to each other.
Agreed.
Okay.
We do it because we cannot see any other choice. And maybe that's why we read the Akedah, the binding of Isaac, on Rosh Hashanah. Because the story of the Akedah isn't about inconceivable obedience. When Abraham prepares to sacrifice Isaac, he is just accepting the same bargain of blood we still accept today.
So what you're saying is that you're going to reference a Bible story from thousands of years ago that people just take on faith, that Abraham sacrificed his son to his God. That's what you're saying. So because Abraham did that thousands of years ago, you should sacrifice your son and maybe daughter too to your God. So go and die for Israel is what she's suggesting. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Fuck them right to fucking hell, even though they don't believe in it, but I'll still send them there anyway. we have to disassemble this relationship.
Evil people end up in it's like hell is your own sort of spiritual, like it's what happens to people that are just sort of evil souls, just beget evilness in their existence. You know what I mean?
And keep this in mind, and I want you all to listen very carefully here. Chelsea Clinton, 1,000%, in my opinion, is going to run for Congress. And you know who's going to support her? These fucking people.
Yes.
That's who's going to support her. So keep that in mind when Jerry Nadler officially steps down from his seat and people are thinking about who's going to replace him. Because this is a generational change that's happening right now in New York City. So who do you think it's going to be? Well, if it's Hillary, if it's Chelsea Clinton, then these people are going to give her a lot of money.
They will, and I still think she won't win. I think that name is really toxic and poisonous to most people, and younger people really don't have a frame of reference one way or the other. And I just think that their whole brand is dead. The only reason that Hillary keeps rearing her head out is she still owns the party. So at the end of the day, she can do what she wants. And also, I mean, she is former Secretary of State, former Senator, former First Lady. So, I mean, she still gets to stick her head out, but no one wants a new one of you all. We don't even want the ones that we're stuck with now.
Maybe, but we are dropping a clip at the top of the hour regarding Hillary Clinton and how she is trying to make another power grab by taking control of USAID and running it through the Clinton Global Initiative.
Oh, so now you're combining two criminal enterprises together. Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, yes.
That's like some sinister shit. You're taking your money laundering operation and combining it with another. Fucking brilliant.
Like I said, I don't really care if she spews this bullshit. The reason I have a problem with it is that these are the people that control our government in this country. She absolutely has her congregation funding AIPAC, funding all of these Israel lobby NGOs. This is where this happens. And I'm not saying it's everywhere in the country, but I can assure you, as the day is long, that is what this congregation does. No one talks like this unless they're putting their money where their mouth is, and you better fucking believe that they're doing that.
Here, answer this question. So we've tried to bring Max on. You know, I know Max. I've met Max. Peter knows Max, has met Max. I don't know. And he used to respond, you know, a few years ago when I met him, he would be somewhat responsive, but now he just doesn't respond anymore. So I don't know if he has a different number. I don't know if he's kind of ghosting us. I really don't know, but we have tried to get Max to come on. So
we will continue to try, and hopefully one day we will make it so.
But Max, if you see this, why are you ghosting me?
You like me. You really like me. All right, let's see if she has anything left to say.
Okay.
That some need to die for the world to flourish.
How about you first?
Yeah, lady.
How about you first?
I agree. You know what? That again, it's when they're saying stuff that I agree with, but just invert it. Like when Stephen Miller was giving his speech and he was talking about like the wretched of the earth. And I'm like, yes, you. I was like, everything he was saying, I felt, and he's like, in our rage. And yes, with this woman, it's the same thing. I completely agree, lady. Certain people are going to have to be sacrificed. We're going to start with the evil genocidal freaks. We're going to get rid of them first because they can't play nice with other people. And apparently you're with them. So that's who needs to go. The rest of us can cohabitate.
Now, I know this is not going to come as any surprise to anybody, but bordering on the Upper East Side, 652 Lexington Avenue in Manhattan, New York. That is where Central Synagogue is. If you're looking for a great place.
Wait, where's the Upper East Side?
Well, it says it's technically Midtown. I didn't see what the cross street is. Actually, it's 50. So it's Midtown. It's 55th. Okay. So it's East 55th and Lexington Avenue. So 652 Lexington Avenue at the corner of 55th Street. If you are looking for a place to do a free Palestine protest, this is where you go. Go right here. and make it so that every fucking person in that city sees it.
Yeah, stand in front of it. Seriously, that's a great idea. Go block these people.
Yeah. And when
Actually,
somebody
the
asks
time
you,
to go, Saturdays, baby. Be there first thing Saturday morning so that people can't easily get into services. First thing Saturday would be set up. You could set up like I don't know, like some sort of encampment.
that's
But
what
those people will end up having, the police come and
they will
make a whole production. Of course they will.
Listen, set up the protest, get the police to come, and then Jordan and Status Quo will show up and cover it. And that is when everyone will know the psychotic, scorched earth, genocidal thought process of this congregation, of which there is a lot of money and a lot of power behind it. No one can make a statement like that unless they're protected. And that is the way it is. So if you can, and hopefully this clip will go viral when we throw it out there, if you're going to protest, if you want to make an impact, especially in New York.
Or attention Palestine groups and anti-Zionist groups that are in New York. This might be a good location to go be present.